Pulse Asia, Marcos Trust, approval rate down. Sara Duterte up. Talaga ba? Ito ay article ng Inquirer.net. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. saw a decrease in his approval and trust ratings according to the latest Ulat ng Bayan survey by Pulse Asia Research released Wednesday. Bumaba ang approval ratings ni Marcos Jr. Bakit kaya, di ba? On the other hand, ito mas nakakataka. Okay lang naman yung kay Marcos eh. Ito yung mas nakakataka. Vice President Sara Duterte's ratings improve. The only one among the 4 highest-ranking national government officials to do so. Wow! Yung walang ginagawa, nag-improve ang trust ratings. Talaga naman, Pilipinas kong mahal, napakaganda mo. The survey conducted from March 23 to March 29 showed that Marcos' public approval ratings fell by 17 percentage points from 42% in February to 25% in March. So, 70% ang ibinawa sa kanyang approval rating. His disapproval rating went up by 21 points from 32% to 53%. Well, so, mas marami ang disapprove sa mga ginagawa niya. Pero, ayun. Di ba? His approval score declined most significantly in Metro Manila, where it went down about by 24 points from 49% to 25%. It scored highest in Luzon outside Metro Manila at 35%, down by 20 points from 55%, followed by the Visayas at 20%, down by 10 points from 37%. His approval was lowest in Mindanao. Okay, gets naman natin yan. Where it fell by 14 points from 19% to 5%. Ay, nako talaga mga hinayupak na yun. Among socio-economic classes, his approval rating declined the most among Class D. Yung mga mahihirap pa talaga, ha? Gusto naman. Though it still remained the highest from 44% to 26%. This was followed by Class ABC at 24% and Class E at 22%. Trust for the president also decreased, down by 17 points from 42% to 25% during the same period. It declined the most in Metro Manila, falling by 24 points from 51% to 27%. It was lowest in Mindanao, at 4%, down from 17%. Among classes, trust for president was lowest in classes A, B, C, and E with 24% each, and declined the most in Class D, falling from 44% to 26%. Eto na yung pinaka nakakataka. While the president's number went down, the vice president's approval ratings improved. Oh, diba? From 52% in February to 59% in March. Her trust ratings also went up from 53% to 61% during the same period. Oh, diba? Tumaas ang gago. Sorry po. Her approval ratings improved across all regions, but especially in Metro Manila, where it increases by 22 points from 33% to 55%. It remained the highest in Mindanao. Talaga naman, Diyos ko, mga... Nako! At 96%, followed by the Visayas at 68%. Luzon outside Metro Manila reported the lowest approval rating at 39%, up 5 points from 34%. Among socio-economic class, her approval improved the most and remained the highest. Among Class E, sa pinakamahirap talaga. Diyos ko naman. Sana may magbago, Diyos ko. From 61% to 74%, followed by Class ABC from 49% to 60%, and Class D from 51% to 58%. Her trust ratings improved the most in Metro Manila, up by 20 points from 33% to 56%. It remained highest in Mindanao at 97%. Among classes, Class E reported the most trust at 75%, while Class ABC had the most improved, up by 14 points from 50% to 64%. Ito ang sabi ni Inquirer columnist and political analyst Manuel L. Quezon III. This is troubling news for any administration and encouraging for any alienated Oh, di ba? Talaga ba? Marcos and Duterte were running mates in the 2022 national elections. Their unity showed a major crack in June 2024 when Duterte resigned as Education Secretary. She has been investigated for alleged misuse of confidential funds, one of his grounds of an impeachment complaint against her. So sana matuloy yung impeachment. Lord, yun na lang po ito pa rin yan. Lord, yun lang. Her father, the former president, was ordered arrest by the International Criminal Court ICC on March 11. The Pulse Asia survey was conducted almost 2 weeks later. The vice president was then in The Hague, the Netherlands, where numerous protest action by their die-hard supporters were held. Ayon, mga DDS, just Quezon, however, said the clincher in the senatorial midterm more than the president and vice president's rating. Ito sabi ni Quezon, a close look at survey numbers suggests resilience in the administration and not as much of a boost to beef aligned as might be assumed. Dagdag pa niya, Marcos' electoral strategy has always emphasized machinery over popularity, and popularity without machinery is corresponding weakness for opponents. For University of the Philippines Political Science Professor Jean Franco, disinformation and the ICC arrest were huge factors. So dahil nga nakulong, tumaas daw ang approval, di ba? Ganon tayo kalabi sa Pilipinas. Kapag may nakukulong, mas nagiging mataas yung trust natin sa isang tao. Gusto naman. Ewan ko sa utak nitong mga to. Ito sabi ni Franco sa Inquirer, fake news and Duterte arrest. Ayon. Meanwhile, the Vice President will address the survey results after Holy Week, her office said. May discussion ng ano, di ba? Kasi sumasaya, tumataas yung trust, di ba? For other top officials, Senate President Francis Escudero got an approval rate of 39%, a decrease from 47% in February. His trust rating also dropped from 47% to 38%. Speaker Martin Romualdez' approval rating dropped slightly from 17% to 14%, while his trust rating fell from 18% to 14%. The survey also revealed that controlling inflation remained the top issue for 69% of Filipinos. So dahil nga nagmamahal ang mga bilihin, nasa kanya ang sisi. Ay, Diyos ko naman, ba't kasi yun yung mga pinaboto nyo? Other pressing national issues include the increasing the pay of workers by 36%. 36% yung nagsabi nun, ha? Fighting graft and corruption in government, 28%. Fighting criminality, 28%. And reducing poverty, 27%. The survey used face-to-face interviews with 2,400 adult respondents selected through multi-stage probability sampling. So ano masasabi niyo na tumaas ang ratings ng walang ginagawang Vice President? Comment down below.